The Matthew Books. Matthew, Tell Me About Heaven, a first-hand description of the afterlife, by Suzanne Ward. Published by Matthew Books. Part 2. Nirvana. Relationships. Suzanne, is there dating among the young people or any romantic attachment that could lead to an exclusive partnership? Matthew, there's nothing like Earth teenagers' flirtations or infatuations. Souls who come here as infants or little children may grow into young adults who are attracted only to one special person, but their feelings and relationships are quite different from those of a young couple on Earth. Romance there implies sexual desire, which has no part in our attraction to someone. Our bodies are not designed for the same sexual functions as yours because there is no reproduction here. Therefore, sexual activity doesn't exist either. But there are many specific two-party unions. In addition to those souls who grew to young adulthood here and became partners, adults who arrive often recognize one another from past incarnations and choose to spend their time together. There is no marriage as you think of it, though, with grand ceremonies and legal documents. Always, unions are with the understanding that when one partner decides upon the next incarnate lifetime, the other will not interfere. We know that soul growth is the purpose of all chosen experiencing. It is on the soul level that two people are attracted in the first place. And that same energy bonding will continue in their subsequent lifetimes. That allows those relationships to be fulfilling and without sorrow at the eventual separation for spiritual and intellectual growth. Nothing here detracts from the happiness felt by any couple who choose to be together exclusively. They have freedom entirely within the laws of the universe. There is a commitment in their love energy that is respected by all and a sacred trust, so in that sense, you could say it is a marriage, even more so than there, where often only a legal formality maintains the marital status. Suzanne, what is the feeling there about divorce here? Matthew, an official divorce of a married couple on Earth is a matter only of acceptance or rejection there. Dissolution of any partnership on Earth is recognized here only in terms of individuals fulfilling or not fulfilling the provisions of their pre-birth agreements. Agreements take into consideration that mates may wish or even need to separate to achieve their soul's chosen experiencing. Suzanne, can homosexual partners here continue their unions in nirvana if they want to? Matthew, yes, Mother. Homosexuality is not understood on Earth, and this is a good context in which to explain it. Homosexuality is an evolutionary stage of the spirit, even more than an aspect of the physical makeup, and it is not to be condemned or honored any more than any other physical or spiritual stage of development. Remember, we are dealing with cumulative souls here, not single personages. Within each cumulative soul are perhaps as many as thousands of lifetimes of experiencing as male, female, and androgynous beings in both incarnate and discarnate bodies. However, it is the immediate past life that most emphatically affects the beginning growth state here. If that Earth lifetime was homosexual in orientation, it will enter here the same way. Since our bodies aren't designed for sexual activity, only the mental aspect of the orientation accompanies the arriving soul. The immediate past Earth lifetime has another impact upon this issue. The people there who most vehemently denounce homosexuality are those whose souls experienced an immediate past lifetime as a personage with that orientation. Suzanne, Matthew, that doesn't make sense to me. I'd think understanding and acceptance would be much more likely. Matthew, it's a complex and confusing psychic situation, Mother. The energy of the personages is still fractured from their immediate previous life experiences. At the extreme, homosexuals have been physically tortured and even killed, and at the least, they have been maligned, often even by their families, to such extent that their psyches were severely damaged. Maybe they lived with the pain of denial, or shame, or the guilt of deception. Whatever their experience, their energy has not healed enough for them to see the very same sorts of traumatic situations they themselves experienced and thus feel empathy. Rather, they see revenge opportunities. The cycle of experiencing happens so quickly that the pain of memories most recently known but hidden from consciousness is with them too closely for the healing that will come in subsequent lifetimes. The lingering pain in the suppressed memories of those souls who in this lifetime chose heterosexual nature causes their extremely antagonistic attitudes toward homosexuals. Those painful feelings will not surface in the form of memories of their homosexual lifetime experiences, but in attitudes to stifle the memories. This is the universal like attracts like principle. When the feelings resulting from harsh or unjust treatment in any situation are recent and intense, similar feelings are attracted to that soul. Suppressed memories subconsciously know the source and recall it, thus attracting like. However, the current lifetime psyche cannot consciously know that the attraction is of shared feelings, and the painful sensations of the suppressed memories take over. Moving forward from that point in the psychic labyrinth comes in the process of life print review, identification of karmic lessons still to be learned, choosing the next lifetime, and progress in spiritual awareness. Suzanne, do people who were homosexual in their immediate past lifetime always go through what you described, which would seem just to perpetuate things, or is there some leveling out point where all of us will accept each other just as we are? Matthew, the leveling out most assuredly is part of the divine plan, because feelings of prejudice and hatred and the infliction of emotional and physical cruelty are impediments to spiritual growth. However, even with the acceleration of light being beamed at your planet to dispel the negativity abounding in humankind, please do not expect this change to be completed within this generation. Suzanne, is homosexuality more prevalent now than previously in Earth history? Matthew, no, but there are more people now than previously in your recorded history, so the same percentage creates the greater numbers. Throughout your recorded history, well-known and highly respected masters in one field or another have been homosexual, and many produced their brilliant and inspiring creations because of their tormented minds regarding this aspect of their nature. You could say that without this element of their personage, they may not have been driven to create in the magnitude and splendor they did. Suzanne, why is homosexuality a necessary experience? Matthew, how better to learn balance in the two extremes of male and female sexual energy than on an integrated basis? The ideal is androgyny, which has nothing whatsoever to do with human sexual nature, but rather with the two opposites of human sexual energy attributes. Androgynous souls are far more spiritually advanced because of the male and female sexual energy balance they have achieved. Just as male energy is not the province of only male humans, female energy is not confined to female humans. Male energy is harsh, often productive by ruthless means, always needing to prove a point or achieve success in a venture. Female energy is gentle, yet with greater, quiet strength as its foundation. Interconnectedness, which is the ultimate in conscious achievement, is female energy. In relationships wherein one partner has only male energy traits and the other has only female energy traits, the female energy partner cannot withstand the imbalance lifelong, or the life will not be long. In my awareness of such relationships, those which remained in that imbalance ended in early transition of the female energy soul. The survivor often has no frame of reference of his or her involvement in the partner's death. You say, "That person," or "You will be the death of me." Like many other common expressions you use, that can be an accurate statement, but few understand the truth of their words. No blame is attributed here to either partner in such a relationship, as in many instances this is no more than karma being fulfilled according to pre-birth agreements. The dissolution of their partnerships by divorce also may be in accordance with the chosen lessons of their agreements. Any balance within a lifetime is desirable. However, since sexual energy is one of the most essential aspects of the human psyche, the balance of male and female energies is probably the most desirable. In this realm, there is that blending of male and female energies, insofar as tendencies, sensibilities, and sensitivities. That ideal state of balanced reality once existed on Earth, but it was corrupted. Behaviors stemming from the perversion of the sexual energy stream have proliferated negativity on Earth in such proportions as to be almost unimaginable. By no means is sexual energy confined to what you commonly call wanting sex or having sex, although extending beyond the original intent of the sex drive, which was procreation. A satisfying sexual relationship brings harmony into the lives of loving mates, and I definitely am not speaking against a mutually pleasurable, beneficial sexual union. Furthermore, it is possible to transmute sexual energy into other productive avenues, and many who have lost or never had loving mates do so. But I am not addressing the positive use of this energy, only the rampant negativity created by perversion of the entire sexual energy stream. This has been the root cause of all that you think of as evil attributes in human nature. There is no crime by your civil, religious, or philosophical standards that is not committed from a root cause of sexual energy perversion. As an example, satanic worship involving the torture and sacrifice of human and animal lives and brutal sexual activities prevails on a scale that would beg disbelief, but is real. This is cloaked under the guise of religion, and your government officially recognizes it as such. You do not connect either those ungodly practices or their religion status with the perverted use of sexual energy that it actually is. It shouldn't surprise you that often murder is sexual energy directed into gross deviance, or that rape and incest are other examples. Promiscuous sexual encounters or obsession with either having sex or rigidly refraining from natural urges are more benign, but still destructive to the psyche. The dark forces are behind all these behaviors resulting from perverted sexual energy. It is not uncommon for the most corrupted activities to lead to the basest of dense energy, and no other aspect of human nature has been so pivotal in alienating a person from God. At soul level, there is inseparability, but in physical life, the more corrupt and deviant the sexual energy, the more the people engaging in those activities are distancing themselves from God. Sadly for you and Earth, these free will choices are rampant in your civilization and far from the chosen missions in most of the soul's pre-birth agreements. Mother, however viewed by many on Earth, a loving homosexual partnership is not a perversion of sexual energy, And that brings us back to your question about homosexual unions in this realm. Since there is no condemnation here of people's former sexual orientation, clearly there is no judgment regarding which souls are attracted to each other as mates. Experiencing here on every level is designed for the soul's spiritual evolvement, and that includes all unions. Whether heterosexual or homosexual in nature, the soul-level energy and bonding commitment of all couples is totally respected.